Happy Tuesday, everybody. Join me for Strong Yogis starting live in just about 3 minutes. For tonight's class, we're going to have some shoulder work. So have a dish towel ready, of course. What else would you need for yoga? So any kind of regular size dish towel. Maybe pick a pretty print. I have my flowers. I gave Jason gingerbread men. There we go. All right, see you on your mat in 2 minutes. Let's get strong, everybody. So while we are here and waiting for people to join, to create successful home practice, you really want to have a place where there's minimal traffic throughout your house, with other people in your house. Maybe invite them to come and yoga with you. Always nice to have support of the people around you. And turn off your ringers, turn off your screens, maybe put some music on, your favorite little soft playlist. And just minimize distractions. This world, I was commenting to Jason later that we haven't left the house in 10 days and yet everything feels chaotic. Everything feels like it's changing rapidly, and while there's maybe some excitement with that because we've completely changed how we're doing business, and the support that we've been seeing as we've made this transition, this necessary and unexpected transition. We really only missed 1 day live streaming, and then still being able to ask you guys and ask you for and receive support, the support that we've seen in through your payments after class or just overnight, that I know that you've gone and taken the class, and then we wake up and there's another generous payment from the students, from our friends, from our community, and it just means so much to us, especially because everything is chaotic, everything is changing, and being able to still teach yoga, to still be able to bring some calm to you, especially in your own home. When you can calm yourself in your own surroundings, you can start to carry that with you into your home life. And it just means a lot to us that we can still do this. So, Strong Yogis, everybody, it is 5:30, so grab your mat, grab your water, grab your family. Stay 6 feet apart, of course. And I guess in your family you're allowed to be a little closer. And of course, grab your dish towel, preferably a clean and dry one, but no judgment if you didn't get to your laundry today. Me either. All right, let's start off in child's pose. Go ahead and find your favorite version, even if it is just laying down onto your mat. This month we're focusing very much on grounding energy to bring some calm into the body as this world is changing dramatically and rapidly as we speak, and also bringing in those heart openers where we can carry the steadiness that we create through our body into the calmness of our heart, so that we can live from that heart-centered place instead of a fear-centered place. So child's pose, quiet into your world. If you have a place where forehead meets the earth, please press forehead in. Otherwise, maybe bring your head to your hands or to blocks or even a pillow. Child's pose, such a nice place to start practice where you can listen to the sound of your own breath and create a little bit of steadiness while stretching into the back body. Just relax here, inhaling for the count of 6 and exhaling for the count of 6, listening to the sound of your breath. Take about 5 more rounds of breath here, just allowing a sense of steadiness in the arms and the legs. Inhaling for 6 and exhaling for 6. And start to lift on up into tabletop position. Fingers spread wide. Setting your dish towel out of the way. Fingers spread wide, knees spread wide, tops of the feet pressing in. As you inhale, drop down into the belly, lift up into the heart. Feel a little stretch in the belly. Exhale, curl and round into the spine and lower the hips back to child's pose. Really reach the fingers forward. Inhaling, slowly pressing up to tabletop, then melting to your cow pose. Same inhale. Exhale, curl and round, slow and steady to your cat pose, then your child's. Keep going here, waking up into the spine, into the core, into the heart, the shoulders, the hips. Exhale, feel that connection through all 10 fingers as you curl and round, reaching back. Keep going. Two more. Sink back to your child's pose. Walk the arms over to the left and sink back through the right hip. Really find a stretch in the side of your ribs, the side of your whole body from hip to shoulder. And reach the right fingers away. And come back through center and to the right as you drop back through the left hip, softening into that space. Slow, deep breathing, taking advantage of this stretch to open into your lungs. And come back to center. Lift on up, tabletop. Stretch back, plank pose, strong in the shoulders, nice round. This rounded feeling as you press the ground away, shoulder blades lifting away from each other, core engaged, heels pressing back. Inhale. Downward dog. Exhale, press the ground away. Focus in on your foundation. Inhale, rock forward, find your plank pose, strong shoulder, engage the core, listen to the breath. Exhale, ripple back, downward dog. 3 more. Inhale as you come forward. Feel free to take your knees for supported plank anytime you'd like. Exhale. If you take your knees, just stretch back to child's. Otherwise, 2 more like this. Inhaling, rock forward, spread out through those fingers. Notice the strength. And exhale, curl and round. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Rock forward on your inhale. Knees come down, stretch back, child's pose. Keep those toes tucked this time. Inhale, come forward, knees down. Exhale, slowly lower the whole torso in, hug the elbows in. Tops of the feet to the earth, lift up through the heart. Hold a cobra here. Breathe slowly, feel the movement in the diaphragm. Shoulders back and down, away from the ears. Feel the tops of the feet pressing in, the thighs pressing in, the pelvis pressing in, lifting up as you inhale. Lowering as you exhale. Last one, nice and slow. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. 5 breaths here. Take your knees or child's if you'd like. Slow and steady breathing, stretching out through the fingers. That slight rolling of the weight to the inside of the hands, just to protect the wrists, to protect the shoulders. The feeling that you're pressing the ground away, ears in line with the shoulders. Take another breath. Step forward, ragdoll pose. Keep your feet hip distance, keep a nice bend in your knees and hold on to opposite elbows or let your hands dangle down. If they dangle down, bring the backs of your hands to the earth. Take a few open mouth exhales here. Feel the feet pressing in, the weight shifting. Come to stillness. Come to a half lift. Hands to the shins, lengthen out. Inhale. Exhale, fold in, legs stay a little straighter this time. Inhale, half lift, legs strong. Exhale, fold in, hands can come to the backs of the legs to help you into that fold. 3 more, inhale. Exhale. Press through the feet, lift up, inhale. Exhale, fold in. 1 more to your half lift, inhale. Exhale, fold in. Press through the feet, come all the way up, stretch the arms. Bring your hands to your heart, thumbs to the sternum, elbows pressing away from each other. Feel all 10 fingers press in together. Feel all 10 toes pressing into the earth, the weight equally distributed. Drop your eyes closed or down. Notice your breathing. Connect to something that you are grateful for today. Even if it is just the sound of the wind chimes playing in the wind. Keep your hands pressing together as you inhale. Reach the arms up. Hands right back to your heart. Exhale. Let your eyes drop closed for this. 4 more breaths. Press the hands together. Inhale. Lift the arms up, stretching into the shoulders. Exhale. Hands simply to heart center. Inhale. Pressing the palms together. Stretch the arms as much as you can. Elbows in line with the ears. Exhale as the hands return to your heart. 2 more. Last one. Step your feet hip distance. Bring your hands to your hips. And just stand here. Tuck the tailbone straight down to the earth. And lengthen up from there. I'll turn to the side here. I tend to stand with a slump in my shoulders and a couple of weird curves in my spine due to just all of the stuff that goes on. So I really have to be mindful about straightening into the spine, but something that almost everybody does is we bring our spine out of alignment from the tailbone up. So you want to have that, it's not a tilting forward or a tilting under. It's just that you're bringing yourself into alignment. The tailbone is returning to the bottom of your spine, pressing down. And then you lift up from there, from the front of the body, everything nice and strong, shoulders relaxing back. A slight tilt to the chin to keep the back of the neck long too. And take a few breaths here, hands still on your hips. Just notice the groundedness here. Feet nice and mat distance if they're not already. Tailbone pressing down to the earth. Inhale. Sit back into a wide chair pose. Exhale. Arms can reach straight out from the shoulders if you'd like. Inhale as you press up. Arms come down. Legs lengthen. Exhale. Sink back to your wide-legged chair. Inhale, coming up, just slowly warming up into the legs, connecting to the breath, eyes down. Really feel that strength here. 2 more. Exhaling as you sink back and down. You're sitting back and down into that chair. Last one. And hold your chair pose, arms reaching out. Maybe even lift up into the toes. One more breath. Press into the feet. Circle the arms up. Stretch up. Hands to your heart. Toes come together. Sit back and down. Chair pose. Palms press together. Inhale. Lengthen up. Exhale. Chair pose. Inhale. And exhale, work with your breath. Inhale, feel that strength, that steadiness, and exhale, clearing the lines around your heart. Last one. Sit down in back chair pose, eyes focused on the earth, shoulders relaxed. If you'd like a little extra challenge, arms can reach up. I'm going to keep mine at heart center today. Shoulders are a little tired. 2 breaths. Keep those palms pressing together. Inhale, stretch up. Arms out to the sides. Exhale, fold in nice and slow. Lift your heart. Inhale. Exhale, step back, plank pose. Take a breath. Inhale. Knees down and slowly lower everything down to the earth. Just keep the spine neutral for now. Lift your heart, cobra pose. Sink back down, exhale. Inhale, lift your heart. And exhale. Inhale, lift your heart. Press back, downward facing dog. 5 breaths here, pressing the ground away. Notice your foundation, hands and feet pressing strongly in. One more slow breath. Inhale here, downward dog. Exhale, rock forward, plank pose. And then bring right knee down to the earth, send the right heel out. Right arm, right knee, left ankle in line with each other, supported, side plank, look up at the arm, at that left arm, reaching tall. Starting to warm up into the shoulders. Look down at your right arm. You want to see that the wrist, that the elbow, that the shoulder are all in line with each other and that you're pressing the ground away. You're very powerful in that right arm as the left arm reaches up. Inhale. Exhale, roll to plank pose. And then bring left knee down, left heel kicks out. Left arm, knee, and ankle in line with each other. Right arm reaches up. Look up nice and strong. That left arm powerful. Everything in line with each other. One more. Inhale, stretch open. Exhale, return to plank pose. Inhale, plank. Exhale, this time knees, then chest and chin come down. Lift your heart, tops of the feet to the earth, heart lifts. Downward facing dog, knees bend, inhale, look forward. Right foot then left, step forward, forward fold. Half lift and fold. Use your body to help you breathe. Press through the feet, reach through the arms, palms press together. Bring the hands straight down as you sit down. Chair pose, eyes forward, shoulders relaxed, and breathe. One more. Inhale, press through the feet, reach through the arms, circle the arms out, hips lead the way as you fold forward. Half lift, inhale, step back, plank pose. Keeping options for bringing the knee down to the earth, but just for one breath as you inhale, right hand becomes your support. Twist those feet over, left arm reaches up, side plank pose. Don't sag into that hip, inhale. Exhale, roll through center. Strong in your shoulders. Inhale here, left arm presses up, right arm reaches up. Take a breath, really find that length. Then exhale, come back through center. Take a breath here, plank pose, knees and chest and chin. Lift your heart. Downward facing dog. Toes together, left foot reaches up, find a three-legged dog, keep those hips square, reach up through the toes, reach the hands away. Feel your foundation, feel steadiness in the pose. Toes together, right foot reaches. Keep those hips square. It's so nice and stretchy to open through the hips, but concentrate here. Bring some steadiness. Inhale. Toes together. Exhale. Inhale, rock forward, plank pose. Exhale, right hand steps in just a little bit. Inhale, right, left arm reaches up. Exhale, plank pose. Roll over, inhale, right arm reaches. Exhale, come through center. Right arm is your support, left arm reaches, inhale, and exhale, plank pose. Knees can come down if you'd like, one knee at a time. Reach up, inhale. Plank pose, exhale. Take a breath. Knees, then chest and chin. Lift your heart. 5 breaths, child's pose. Bring your arms back, get off of those wrists for a breath or two. If a kneeling would feel better for you, please feel free to come up to kneel. Roll into the wrists. Slow that breathing down. Notice how that heart goes from soft and steady to waking up once you start to work into the quads through the chair pose, work into the shoulders through that plank pose. Coming on up, find your dish towel. Well, keep your dish towel handy. Let's crawl forward into downward dog. As you inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Left foot and right, step up, find your fold. Heart lifts, long spine. Exhale, fold, grab your towel on the way up, reach the arms up. And sit down, chair pose, throw that shoulder or that towel over your shoulder for just 2 breaths here. Check in with the alignment of your spine from tailbone to your neck. Inhale, press through the feet, reach through the arms. And exhale, Tadasana pose. Palms press forward, feet press in. And go ahead and grab your dish towel by one end in your right hand. You're going to bring it up overhead. Reach the arm up, up, up. I'm going to turn around here and start to bend into the arm. That left arm is going to reach back and find the bottom end, or maybe up a little bit. Even if you can come into full expression of cow face arms or Gomugasana arms, just go ahead and use your towel for now. Keep it friendly. From here, toes will come together at the top of your mat. Inhale. Keep the spine lifted, keep the chest lifted. If you're having trouble with that, bring the arms a little further apart, and also have this feeling that you're almost pulling down with that left arm, creating this assisted stretch there in the right tricep and right shoulder. So pulling down with the right arm, lifting up, or pulling down with the left arm, lifting up with the right. Inhale. Sit back and down. Chair pose. Shift the weight to the right foot. Left foot steps back, find a high lunge. If you find yourself here, reaching forward, leaning forward, lift up instead, both feet active, left foot pressing in, lift up into the heart, the feeling that you're pulling down with that left arm, lifting up through the heart. Take a few breaths here. If you feel like you're not lunging deep enough, just bring that left leg back a little bit more. Soften the breath. Really concentrate on opening through the chest and shoulders here. Inhale, keep the arms as they are. Exhale, fold forward. Bow forward, lengthen from the tailbone. Inhale, lift up. And exhale. Inhale, long arms, strong abs. Exhale, fold in. This is number 3. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, lift up. Exhale. Stay here, 5 breaths. If you'd like, you can drop that left heel down into more of a warrior 1 stance instead of high lunge for steadiness. Keep the concentration on lifting the elbows away from the front of the body. Inhale. Exhale. Lift on up. Inhale. Step forward. Sit back. And release. Coming up. Bring the right arm down, shake those shoulders out. Feel the differences side to side, and then find that grip at the top of the towel with that left arm. Left arm reaches up, right arm reaches back, and start to bring that towel down, bringing hands comfortably onto the towel. Like I said, even if you can come into a deeper expression, have this feeling that you can still get that extra stretch, that extra lift by pulling down now with the right hand, lifting up through that left elbow. Inhale here. Exhale, sit back and down, chair pose. Keep lifting in the chest as you ground down through the feet. Inhale. Shift the weight to the left foot, step back with the right. High lunge, lifting up into the heart. One more breath, inhale. And exhale, feet are strong. Inhale. Exhale, fold in. Press into that right foot, lift up through the heart. Exhale, fold in. 3 more, inhale. Press down, lift up. Exhale. Last one, lifting up, finding that stretch, fold forward, breathe. Elbows are working here, the feet are working here, nice and strong and lifted. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, step forward, sit back, and take a breath. Press into the feet, relax the arms, set the towel down for now, roll into the shoulders. Press into the feet, hands to the heart, tailbone presses down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, slowly fold in from the hips. Lift your heart. Step back, downward dog. Toes come together. Inhale, left foot reaches up. This time go ahead and open up into that hip. Knee bends, pressing into the arms. One more breath. Square into your hips, inhale. Right leg comes, or left leg comes down, downward facing dog. Right legs turn, inhale, lift it up. Open into your twist. Bending into the knee and then lifting up into the knee. Hands pressing equally in. Find that oomph. Just smile because being upside down is fun. Square the hips, toes, come down. Find your downward dog and then inhale, rock forward, plank pose. Knees down, exhale, sit back, child's pose. Take the weight off of your wrists for a few breaths. Palms can face up or even roll into the hands or the wrists a few times. Slowly start to lift up. Tabletop pose. Stretch back to plank pose. And then supported plank pose or not, your choice. Right hand steps a little bit center. Lift up into the left arm. Right knee can be on the ground if you'd like. Lifting up through the hips. 5 breaths. Notice the foundation of that right hand. All of the fingers pressing through, pressing out, pressing down as you lift up. Keep lifting with that hip. Inhale. Exhale, plank pose, roll center. Left hand steps in just a little bit. Left knee can come to the earth. Feet drop over. Hips lift up. Arm reaches up. Eyes down just to create that steadiness. Breathing here. Stay connected. You don't want to wake up with sore shoulders tomorrow because you sagged the weight down. Open into your heart line. Breathe. Inhale. And exhale. Plank pose. Inhale here. Knees, then chest and chin, lower down. Lift your heart. Child's pose, press back. Stay just a little lifted and let's reach left arm through. Find a thread the needle stretch here in your child's pose. Right arm really reaching forward and even try to twist into the heart, lifting up into this space. And take a breath here, feel the stretch in that left shoulder blade. And the breath come into the right side ribs. Lift up. Reach forward with that left arm. Right arm reaches through, finding a thread the needle, wiggling into the pose, leaning back a little so you can really feel that stretch in the right shoulder blade. The right palm is up. The left palm is reaching. And then try to lift up here into the heart. Two more slow rounds. Staying active here. Feel the stretch. And come back to center. Reach the arms forward. And then slowly come on up, downward facing dog. Inhale, rock forward, plank pose. Exhale, right hand steps center. Come on up, find your side plank, left arm reaches up. From here, we're gonna come into rock star, or I've heard so many names for this one. We're gonna flip our plank. Let's flip our plank. Left foot's gonna step back behind you. Toes come in. When the toes come in, you lift up into the hips, reaching that left arm up and over. Feel the stretch here. Come back through plank pose. Come back through center plank. And left arm step center, dropping over to your high plank pose. Knee can come down for this one, no problem at all. Right foot steps back. Then you press in, lifting up, right arm reaching away from you. And come back. Plank pose, inhale. Knees, chest, chin. Slowly lower. Lift your heart. Child's pose. Bring the hands back behind you. Take a break on those wrists. That was our final little plank pose. I can hear the groans from here. And slowly come on up. Downward facing dog. Inhale here. Knees bend, look forward. Exhale, step up. Find the fold. Half lift. And fold. Another half lift. Find your towel. Fold in, exhale, and press down, reach up, stretch through the arms, and hands to your heart. Bring the hands back behind you. We're gonna find a nice shoulder stretch here and take it into a forward fold 3 different ways. This not only supports our shoulders as we come into this really nice stretch, this is a great chest opener. This is a great way to open into some stuck posture. If you've been living like this all day long, this is a chance to really open up. So palms are gonna face forward, and you're gonna bring a feeling that you're stretching back and almost pulling the towel away from you to really bring those shoulder blades back and down together. So the palms are pressing toward you, or maybe down toward the earth a little bit. Shoulder blades are back and down, and you're playing tug of war with that towel in between the hands. We're gonna hold that feeling, feet hip distance. Inhale, lift up, and from the hips, as you exhale, start to fold forward. Use the towel to keep those arms lifted up, shoulder blades back and down, palms still facing in the same direction. And breathe here. You can have a bend in your knees if you need one. Stay active with those shoulders. It's really tempting in a forward fold to become lazy, as it is so relaxing, but you want to stay active here. Feet are pressing in, knees are pressing long, hips are lifting up. One more breath. Exhale. Arms stay where they are, half lift, inhale. Exhale, fold in. All the way up, press through the feet, reach the arms back behind you, lift through the heart, and let's stay here for a few breaths. And even sit back to a chair pose. Stay lifted in that heart. Shoulders relaxed, eyes down. Connect to the stillness under your feet, the strength in your legs, the openness of your unlimited heart. Straighten the legs, relax the arms, bring some feeling back into those shoulders. And either turning on your mat so that you can come into a really nice wide place, or turning your mat so you can still see your screen, or just working it out that you can have some comfort under those feet. Lift up into the toes. And then roll in and out of the ankles a few times, carefully, mindfully, pressing into the bottoms of the feet, and just get a little stretch there. And then press into the feet, coming back to stillness. And let's check in with our spine, just as we did in the beginning of class. Tailbone presses down toward the earth and lift up through the rest of the spine there accordingly. Excuse me. Just so that you can find that lift in the whole spine from bottom to top, lengthening into the back of the neck as well, chin tucked under. And let's reach arms up overhead, and we'll find the towel in either side or in either hand and pull the towel apart. Shoulder blades come back and down together. Tailbone pressing down, inhale. As you exhale, press over to the right, stretching through the left side body, even looking up at the sky. Inhale, come through center, feet are actively pressing in. Exhale as you press to the left, look up to the right. Inhale, back through center, hands are actively pulling away. Exhale, find that stretch. Inhale, one more time. Lift up, inhale. Exhale, keep the right hand on the towel, bring the left hand back behind you, assisted cow-faced arms. Inhale, lift up, we're folding forward. Exhale from the hips, just to your half lift. Keep active in those arms. The hands are pulling apart. The elbows are lifting apart. Feet lift, or toes pressing up, feet pressing in. Feel oomph here. Inhale, lift up. Press into the right heel. Let the toes open out to the side of the mat. And just step the left toes in, heel to heel alignment. Press into the right knee, or bend into the right knee, warrior one. I'm going to step that left foot back just a little bit. Hips stay square. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, stay here, look up, feel the feet pressing in, that feeling that the left hand is pulling down, creating that stretch in the right arm, the right shoulder, the right chest. One more. Straighten into that front leg. Hips are square. You might need to shorten the stance here. We're coming into pyramid stretch. Last one to keep the arms like this. Press those elbows back. Open through the heart. Inhale. Exhale from the hips, just halfway in. Fold in, feet pressing in, heart still open as you bow forward. Relax the arms, bring the hands to the shins, inhale. Exhale, fold in. Keep the spine long. 5 breaths here, concentrating on the hamstring stretch, the hamstring opening. Grab your towel. As you inhale, press into both feet, coming back up to lifted spine, and just open out into the feet again. Widen the feet out, and we'll find our second side. Nice wide open stance. Arms reach up, find the towel in both hands. Shoulder blades back and down. Hands pulling each other apart. Press down into the feet, flex back through the tailbone. Inhale. We're going to twist. As you exhale, twist to the right, pressing into the feet and twisting. Keep pulling the arms apart. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, twist left. Inhale, back to center. One more time each way. Pull the towel apart as you wring yourself out. Last one. Inhale. Keep the arms pulling apart. Exhale, just halfway forward. Stay reaching. This is active. You will feel this. Relax the neck, shoulders away from the ears. Feet pressing in, tailbone pressing away. Keep the arms reaching forward. Pull the towel apart. 2 more breaths. Inhale, lift up. Keep the left hand reaching. Right arm comes down. And then find your cow-faced arms here, your comfortable cow-faced arms. The right hand pulling down to create that lift, that stretch in the left elbow, the left tricep. Inhale. And exhale, just feel the stretch. Pulling that right arm down, or the right arm down to create that stretch in the left elbow. Press into the left foot. Start to turn. Hips follow the left toes. And then the right foot can follow along. We're going to be in warrior 1. So it's heel to heel alignment. Weight is equally distributed into the feet. And you start to bend into the left knee. Right here, I know I have to step back a little bit so that I don't go forward with my knee, but you want to stay with that knee in alignment of the ankle. Then once you find your legs, check in with your spine, check in with the lift of your heart. Right arm pulling down, left elbow lifting up, and breathe space into your heart. Feet stay grounding. Inhale. And exhale. Keep the arms reaching apart. Slowly fold forward. Nice and deep. Where are you feeling that heat in your legs, in your core, in your face? Inhale, lift up, left leg straightens, keep the arms stretching. Exhale, fold in just halfway. Maybe that right foot has to step in a little. Stay lifting here. Elbows away from each other, cheering for yourself. Open that heart last little bit. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, relax the towel, fold forward, find your pyramid stretch. Relax the hands to the shins or to the earth. Bend into your knees so you can plant the hands. Step into downward dog. Lower your knees. Bring big toes to touch. Walk those knees out as wide as you can. Coming into really wide child's pose. Almost even a frog pose. You can bring the ankles out wide as well. And start to stretch forward. Relaxing into the hips. Opening into the groin and the thighs here. Five slow breaths, arms reaching forward. Just notice your foundation here and slow the breathing down, inhaling for 6. Exhaling for 6. The movement part of class is over. We can calm down, melt into our stretches. Slowly start to lift back up. Knees come together, crawl forward, and we'll come to sit in, well, not easy pose, but this pose, whatever we'll call this today. We're going to come into a nice twist. So lift tall here into this bent knee staff pose. Bring your hands to your shins, and you can even roll the flesh out of the way of the sit bones so that you can really make that connection. Feet stay pressing in. Reach your arms forward. And then right arm under left, we're going to find eagle arms, pressing elbows forward, pressing sit bones down, relaxing the shoulders. Inhale here. As you exhale, lean back, just about halfway, not even halfway. Elbows press forward and breathe. For extra challenge, you can lift the heels up for eagle boat. Heels come down, lift up, relax the arms, and then left arm under right. Find your eagle arms. Maybe just the backs of the palms pressed together instead of the front. Press into the sit bones, no rounding into the spine. Press the elbows forward. Well, yes, rounding into the shoulder blades, but that low spine stays nice and active. Leaning back, eagle boat pose. You can keep the heels on the ground or float them up. Heels come down, lift up, relax the hands. Bring the hands to the earth behind you. Stretch the legs longer. Lift up into the hips for reverse plank. Straighten the legs or have a nice bend into them. Lift into the hips. And lower hips down. Coming back into a bent leg staff pose. Right knee is going to cross left knee. If it's there for you and you can tuck, you're going to find eagle legs, tucking the right toes underneath you. If you can't, then that's just fine. You'll come into just that cross-legged version, pressing into the sit bones, right arm over left, just mimicking the legs. Lean back, lift the heels if you'd like. Eagle, boat, and breathe. Squeezing everything midline. Concentrate on your breath. You don't have to stop. You're already doing this, so just stay calm with it. Press everything together. 2 more breaths. Unwind. Feet down, hands down. Lift the heart if you'd like. Lift the hips. Hips down, second side. Right leg is your bottom, left leg crosses. You can stay just crossing at the knees or tuck the toes under. If you're able to find the leverage of this somehow, eagle boat is a little bit okay. It's not as hard as boat pose, I find. But that's just me. So pressing into the sit bones, arms will mimic the legs, left arm under right, and you can stay in that straight leg variation if you'd like. You don't have to cross at all. Heels can stay down, start to lean back. If you'd like, heels lift up. Just focus here on staying calm. Everything squeezing, everything midline. Breath is calm. Fuel yourself here. Release, hands press, feet press, lift through the heart or lift through the hips. Open mouth, exhale, let that heat out. And lower the hips, legs stay, or left leg stay straight, right leg hugs in, and you can cross right ankle over the left knee. Lift tall here and hug the chest into that right leg. Reach the right arm back and stay hugging here as you twist. You can hook the elbow around the knee if you'd like. Pressing that right hand back. Inhale. And exhale, twist. Using the heat of this practice to really wring yourself out. Come back to center. Twist the spine, untwist the legs, right leg stretches long, left leg crosses over. You can keep the ankle on the inside of that knee if you'd like. Hug the chest toward the thigh, already pressing into the sit bones. The left arm reaches back, right arm can hook, and then as you inhale, you're lifting. As you exhale, you're twisting. Quiet the breath. Just release that heat. And slowly twist it back to center. And come on up and over into easy pose. Towel handy. Options here. Easy pose is a fantastic option if cow legs is inaccessible to you. Cow face legs is this very interesting twist of the legs. We'll start with right over left, where the feet come out, the knees try to to cross into each other. And if you have a block or you have a little pillow and you need a little height under those hips, sometimes that can create quite a bit of comfort. Heels pressing out. If this is pulling at your knees or your hips in any way that is uncomfortable, you are just going to come back to that easy pose and take all of this intensity out of the legs. Find your towel and hold on to the end in that right arm. Right arm reaches up, left arm reaches back behind you, and start to bring yourself into a fuller expression of cow-faced arms. That's what we've been working on. Let me turn around here. Right arm reaching, left arm is on the bottom. If you are able to come into the full expression, which is where you bring those fingers together and elbows are still comfortably apart, you want to make sure that you can still stay lifted in the chest. Otherwise, your hands can stay on the towel. You can keep that open chest, still get a beautiful stretch in your arms and your shoulders without any strain or that collapsing heart. So lifting tall here. If you've made it this far with me, if legs are crossed and arms are lifted and you feel like you'd like one more little bit of oomph, we're going to fold forward. So inhale here, lifting tall. Keep the chest open, folding from the hips, nice and slow. Creating steadiness in the bottom of your body, still lifting through the heart. Slowly lift up. Mindfully relax the arms. Mindfully uncross the legs. Stretch them out. Move around a little. Bring the blood flow back in. And second side. Left leg on top now. So if you're in easy pose, you'll just stay left leg forward now in your easy pose. You can find your cow arms. You can even fold forward here without the strain to the knees or the hips. Otherwise, just kind of work your way into it. You have to wiggle and shift and find that space where knees are almost in line and feet are nice and comfortable at your sides, sit bones pressing almost or equally in. There might be half of a quarter of an inch lift on that left side. Left arm will reach up, holding onto the end of the towel, and then start to bring it back as the right arm reaches back. Just finding your honest truth here with that towel or with your cow-faced arms. How close can the hands come while still lifting those elbows away from each other, while still lifting up into the heart. Drop your eyes closed and breathe here. Feel the hips open and ground. Feel the heart open and lift. It really is time for us as a society to get out of our heads and get into our hearts. And that is why yoga teachers all over the world are just putting their stuff out there for free or for pay what you can donation models, just because this is what the world needs, this steadying and this opening of the heart. Fold forward if you'd like, just 3 breaths. Stay lifted in the heart. Press into the sit bones, lift back up, very mindfully, gently. Relax the arms, relax the legs, stretch it out. come down onto our backs. Add your sweatshirt or socks at this point. Keep your towel handy. We will use it for Savasana. But then as you have your sweatshirt and your socks back on, go ahead and lay down into grounding pose. Thighs pressing into the belly. And wiggle and stretch into your toes. Move and stretch into your ankles. Open mouth, exhale, release that heat. Hands come down to the earth and one leg at a time. Just kick the heels up, straighten into the knees. Feel the shoulders, the spine, and the back of the head pressing into the earth. And then both feet come down to the earth, knees bent. Make sure you have a little bit of room there between the hips and the heels. Right ankle crosses at the left thigh. Arms stretch out into a T shape. And slowly drop that right foot down to the left side of the body. Turning and looking over the right shoulder. If keeping that pigeon stretch in your legs is too much for your hips, just bring the knees together, bring the ankles together instead of having that pigeon stretch. If it's okay though, left hand can even reach up and press that right knee generously away. This can really open you up into the front of the hip in a way that you don't necessarily get into. So pressing into the knee, or pressing the knee away or that thigh away. Take a few more breaths here. Relax, tension in the shoulders. Face comes back to center, legs come back to center. And then left ankle crosses right thigh. Come on over to your stretch. Release the pigeon part of the twist if you'd like. Look over that left shoulder and right hand can come up to press that left leg generously away, really opening into the sacrum, the front of the hip, the front of the groin. Where are you feeling it? 2 more breaths. Back to center. Roll your legs back to center. And just move around here. Wiggle into the hips and the shoulders. We're going to settle into Savasana. Feel free to add any movement that you need to before you settle in. And then as you're ready, legs stretch out, arms stretch out. You'll grab your dish towel now, rolling it up just a little bit and using it now as your own personal eye pillow or sleep mask. Just covering up the eyes, shoulders resting into the earth, palms pressing up comfortably, legs nice and long. And at this point, if you want a very long Shavasana, I invite you to say Namaste and end the broadcast in your own home. And just continue to rest here until you feel like getting up. Otherwise, let's stay connected and not skip this all-important position and just sink in. Your body worked for you in the last 75 minutes. You worked your arms, your core, your legs. You opened your heart. You released tension, you became smarter and stronger and healthier. Let your body rest here as it just recognizes that, allowing your heart to open even more. Just soften here. Start to deepen your breath. Coming back to this space, your space. And notice the beating of your heart, your absolutely unlimited heart. Wiggle your fingers and toes. And start to move into hands and feet. And bending into your knees. Move your sleep pillow away from you, turning to your right side. Take a breath here. And then start to come on up into a comfortable seated position. Legs crossed, and hands coming back to your heart center. All 10 fingers pressing together, eyes closed. And just bow your head for a moment, thanking yourself for creating the space in your life to breathe and move and improve. Yoga just helping us to live a life from a place of love instead of a place of reaction. And let's lift our voices with the sound of 3 ohms, offering our vibrations to the worlds in solidarity. Nice, slow, deep inhale. Thank you for taking the time to take care of yourselves today. Namaste. Very happy Tuesday to you all, everyone. Such an honor to be able to bring class to you live this evening. And remember, right after the broadcast is over, this class will be online forever. It's yours. If you found it to be a challenge, then you can come back to it until it's easy. If you found it to be just what you needed, you can come back to it every day and just open into that heart and ground down into your energy. And once again, thank you so much for supporting us in this very interesting time, having to move our small business, our small community to our living room for now. And just knowing that we can rely on you guys, our community, to keep that generosity coming, to keep your ideas coming, and to keep that love coming and flowing out into your world. Make sure that you take this calm, you take this love, you take this heart opening, and you take it out into your space where maybe your loved ones didn't get that calming today, so you can bring that to them later on. So thank you again for joining me tonight. Have a very happy Tuesday. And if you're struggling with anything, if you need a friendly conversation or chat, just send me a message. We have a lot of time at home lately, so I'm here for you. I love you. Thanks for being here. Happy Tuesday. Ooh. Hi, Courtney and Matt. Have a good day. Bye. Or you're live with me forever. I don't know.